this is Meow, then a love interest, and today we are talking about the Cat of Nine Tails, Catwoman herself, as she's been represented over the years. In this bonus episode, let's unsheath our claws with a brief exploration of this Catwoman's misdemeanors, her relationship with Batman, and how this lines up with the rest of her iterations. Let's get started.
Any ideas? Just one. Hit it.
The Princess of Plunder is always defined by her fur-raising felonies. So let's start with the nefarious schemes our Marchioness of Misdemeanors is up to in Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Looks like you're about to catch a very bad case of cat scratch fever, Batman.
Catwoman can be spotted in 7 episodes of the show, though it rarely gives the feline feloness her due, relegating her to teasers and background appearances. In the first of these, Batman is on the prowl for the cat after she robs a bank and takes off. Her second appearance finds her playing cat and mouse with Batman, having purloined a perfect pair of golden cats.
Spare me your morality, hero. Who deserves these precious symbols of feline superiority more than I?
But perhaps with other pursuits on her mind.
We could be partners in crime. The perfect power couple.
The third involves a race of heroes and villains, and she is included, but it's not at all her style, so let's move on. Season 2's episode 17 is the perfect episode for her.
Just like catnip to me.
Where Catwoman is on the hunt to get her claws on the cloak of Nefertiti.
Hands off, tall, dark, and gruesome. The cat cloak belongs to me.
Rumored to grant 9 lives to its wearer. Gifted to Queen Nefertiti by the cat-headed goddess Bast. The cat and mouse game gets a little complicated.
We gotta go save the cloak. I mean, Batman. Gotta save Batman.
But the feline femme fatale prowls away with the loot in the end. Her next appearance is in, literally, Alfred's fanfiction. Here, the grand scheme our feline female gets up to is going straight and marrying Bruce Wayne.
After all, even crime fighters need love.
Fighting alongside Batman before they retire to have Damian Wayne.
But this story was far from over.
They are, of course, killed tragically to give that young man a backstory, but back in the canon of the show, Batman reports what Catwoman is up to.
Catwoman is planning another feline-related felony.
Though we do not get specifics. That leads to a slight change in her Season 3 heists. First, this teaser has Catwoman on the prowl for the Devil's Kiss, a rare flower that will bring Batman under her sway.
When it brushes those virtuous lips, you'll be my willing slave forever.
Her final appearance on the show features a costume change.
I get a brand new outfit to attract the Caped Crusader.
While her heist is stealing these tigers from the Gotham City Zoo.
Sit tight, pretty kitties. You're going home with moi.
Overall, this Catwoman robs a bank and is on the prowl for some cool cat-themed loot, which is a perfect portrayal of the Countess of Criminality, especially when combined with the usual cat and mouse antics of the Bat and the Cat.
Now what fun would that be?
Like Selena in Alfred's story, allow us to leave crime behind and explore that connection with Batman.
The Bat and the Cat prowled the Gotham Knights together.
Now we shall dig our claws into the relationships between Selina Kyle, Bruce Wayne, Catwoman, and Batman, and whatever combinations of those that we come across. We have multiple instances of Batman and Catwoman flirting, where cat puns appear to be their love language.
Always trying to declaw me, Batman. Which is why I must clip your wings.
Not if I collar you first.
This includes Catwoman kissing him when he gets amnesia and believes he is a gangster.
This.
She does knock him out of that mistaken belief, but not with a kiss. Their interactions in the first couple of seasons are having a lot of fun with their relationship.
Batman, couldn't let the cat have a yawn for 1 minute, could you?
Surrender and save me the trouble of putting a leash on you.
With multiple other characters commenting on it.
Wait, are you two flirting?
Be interrupting something? 'Cause it sure looks like we're interrupting something.
Batman saves her from peril a few times too. Like the animated series, this one has an episode where an alternate Bat and Cat are in a relationship. This is an improvement on this one, in my opinion, because they are still allowed to keep their duality without having to give up their alter egos until they both decide to retire.
Hands off the merchandise. No spawn of a rodeo clown is going to squash my husband.
I forgot how cute you are when you're threatening.
They even have a child together before dying tragically. Harsh Alfred.
It was a young boy who would bear the greatest loss.
Season 3 has Catwoman more aggressively flirting,
My real prey is, and shall always be, Batman.
and Batman completely resisting.
This explains your evil jaunt into the jungle, you tarnished temptress.
No longer a fun, flirtatious time for them. So perhaps it is unsurprising that her final appearance doesn't include seeing the real Batman at all, just Plastic Man covering for him after an injury.
And instead, I get the bendable buffoon. Ow!
So overall, their dynamic is familiar.
Ease up, Arrow. She's only a cat burglar, not a violent psychopath.
It is more often the case in comics than in the shows, but here their relationship makes very little progress as the series continues. She's not a regularly reoccurring character, and so their relationship is generally one note.
I bet he'd let me get close enough.
Fortunately, that still includes a lot of playful banter when he catches her in the act.
You've let larceny taint your loveliness.
My pets will soon silence that insolent tongue of...
Did you say lovely?
And obviously, it's more of a game to them than a real heist.
What can I say? I'm a girl with a taste for only the finest.
She kisses him a few times, plus we get a version of them where they choose to set aside their personas and get married. It's one of the few times, honestly, I've seen them in a relationship where it doesn't require her to give up that part of herself on her own.
Does the name Catwoman ring a bell?
Catwoman? Bruce, you're beginning to worry me. What's this all about?
They get together as costume characters and both leave that behind.
Our hero realized Batman had to be immortal, even though Bruce Wayne was not.
There may not be a lot of Bat and Cat screen time in this show, but it is unique compared to other iterations because Batman actually flirts back with her.
I'm a servant of justice. But justice is always looking for new recruits.
And has none of the angst about his attraction to a villainess that the other versions include.
Don't worry. I have a hunch I'll know where to find her soon.
It's a delight to see their banter and how their relationship is mostly mutual.
Surrender and save me the trouble of putting a leash on you.
Now what fun would that be?
At least for the first couple seasons.
My, you are flexible, aren't you?
So let's talk about how the show treats our favorite feline. To To wrap up this mini episode, let's talk about the pros and cons of this iteration of Catwoman, and it's gonna be a bit of a compliment sandwich. One thing I love is her costume in this show, which is one of her earliest costumes in the comics. She wore it for a while, but it's generally been considered outdated and hasn't even been referenced in other iterations to my knowledge. So it was a great nod to those early appearances. In a perhaps comic-accurate development that I did not enjoy, there are a lot of sexist comments sent her way. From Batman, from heroes and villains alike.
I knew we couldn't trust this witch.
And she took the cloak with her. So much for redemption.
This explains your evil jaunt into the jungle, you tarnished temptress. The day I need a dame's help.
The other kids' shows tended not to treat her that way, and I would have found it difficult for her to be my favorite as a child because of how people talk about her.
Everything was going great till you dames showed up.
That seems a little dated, to be honest, when the rest of the show embraces just the fun parts of the older comics. Back to the positive, she usually escapes with a loot, or at least manages to escape when she's caught.
Catwoman gets away again, unpunished.
Like I mentioned in this video, it's always nice when Catwoman doesn't spend any time in Arkham or jail or whatever. She gets to keep Nefertiti's cloak and this flower.
The most dangerous game, Batman.
And she evades Batman's clutches pretty easily. Good for her.
And she nearly turned us into cat food back there.
On the other hand, Catwoman is never the villain of the week. Her heists are rarely even in the main episode, and there's always a bigger villain to fight. That means she's fairly underpowered on the show, and frankly, far from the most memorable character in it.
Then let's ride! Hi-yo, platelet!
I didn't include her in my initial lineup of Catwoman because I didn't remember her being in the show.
Maybe we got off to the wrong start.
Tempting.
Now, I did not watch every episode or anything, and obviously we can't just go off of my memory, but I think the show does a bit of a disservice to her by not giving her much to do when she shows up.
You two are useless.
On the other hand, she was initially created, back when she wore this costume, to be a friendly foe to Batman. And she certainly lives up to that conception here.
She's only a cat burglar, not a violent psychopath.
A lot of the show takes cues from the more obscure comics, and keeping in step with those for her as well makes for a fun watch.
Plastic Man, I get a brand new outfit.
But I like it a bit less because of how much she is in need of rescue.
Can you reach my crossbow?
Give me something hard to do next time.
The main reason I wanted to talk about this Catwoman, however, is because of the banter in the first few appearances.
Looks like you're about to catch a very bad case of cat scratch fever.
You're the one who's caught, Catwoman, in the crooked claws of crime.
Oh, always trying to declaw me, Batman.
Not if I collar you first. Save me the trouble of putting a leash on you.
Now what fun would that be?
I can handle Catwoman on my own.
It's not often that an outside character calls out their flirting for what it is.
You are! You're flirting!
And that is simply delightful. Always fun when in-universe characters ship it too.
You know, she could make quite the Mrs. Wayne someday.
So I was quite disappointed when it goes from being a mutual relationship to being so one-sided by the end. She is clearly into him, but he insults her and seems to no longer even be interested in the cat and mouse game they were playing before.
The only rings I'm putting on her are the bat cuffs.
I do love that Alfred writes up an ending for them where they both are happy to retire and be together.
Prowled the Gotham Knights together.
In most iterations, as I said, Selina's expected to unmask or give up her persona without Bruce necessarily planning to do the same thing. So that is a refreshing take on how their relationship might progress.
But being true to form, he had a contingency plan.
So that's great about the episode, but fans of the channel will know that I wasn't too keen on seeing her die for Damian's backstory halfway through.
No!
It's improved by Bruce getting the same treatment, so she's not just a tragic lady. And of course, it's not even canon since it's just Alfred's story.
A flight of fancy, sir.
So I enjoyed it, but it left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. At least the episode ends with this.
Catwoman is planning another feline-related felony.
That explains why your batsuit looks so nicely pressed.
What I disliked most about the show was that there are some holdovers from older stories in her interactions with other characters. Why is this creep just staring at her all the time? And the episode with the Birds of Prey had them being rather catty with each other.
Ooh, same dress. Awkward. There won't be any problem after she changes.
Hardly an option, dear. Besides, I wear it better. I bet he'd let me get close enough.
I still don't trust you, Cat.
Which seems outdated.
Hate her.
Not saying that they needed to get along, just that the particular way in which they were at odds felt more like a cat fight than the way a villain and two heroes might disagree with each other.
Touch it and they'll be calling you Lefty.
Not from Blackgate Prison, you can't, sweetie.
I still don't get why Batman's letting her tag along on this mission when he's got me.
On the bright side, at least we don't have to hear canaries sing anymore.
But fortunately, we got something really great out of it. Their song.
No one does it better than the Birds of Prey.
Which of course means that a lot of people did not get to see this episode, since it seems to have been kept off the air in some places. But it's a bop, just listen.
Green Lantern has his special ring.
Pretty strong, that little thing.
Green Arrow has heroic traits. That is when he's shooting straight.
Aquaman's always courageous.
His little fish, less outrageous. Flash's foes, they finish last.
Too bad sometimes he's just too fast.
Yeah, I was a little shocked myself, and not surprised. It caused some controversy in the US, but I will be humming it for the rest of the day.
No one does it better than the Birds of Prey.
And I really enjoy how that one ends. Catwoman kisses Batman, brings him back from his amnesia, and makes off with the loot. Just the kind of episode she should have. I wish there were more of them, honestly.
She killed Batman!
Did I?
Overall, I think we at least break even with our positives and negatives, so if you haven't seen this one, it's a lot of fun. She might not be my favorite Catwoman iteration, but she certainly holds her own in the pantheon.
They belong with the one who would appreciate them most. What can I say? I'm a girl with a taste for only the finest.
So is this Catwoman, meow, then a love interest? I would have to say no. Almost every appearance emphasizes her relationship with Batman or Bruce. More than anything she has going on without him. We learn nothing about her, not even a glimpse of her home life, and we leave on a note of a very one-sided relationship.
The most dangerous game, Batman, is love.
As much as I enjoy the animation, and especially her costume, as well as the dynamic between them, I don't feel that the show treats her as anything more than a possible love interest. Which is a shame after her previous television appearance.
We have so much in common.
Less than you think.
That's not what they think.
Thank you for listening to this mini episode on Catwoman.
My real prey is, and shall always be, Batman.
If you'd like to hear more of my thoughts on costuming, hers and other characters, please join my Patreon for exclusive videos on what costumes tell us about female characters. For more on Catwoman, check out this playlist or subscribe for another entry in this series coming soon. Please like, comment, or tip me on coffee if you enjoyed this video. See you then.